So this is the map of the month for October 2011. It's a map called FY Dystopia for Counter-Strike 1.6 by a mapper called Gothic. Gothic popped up quite recently on TWHL as far as I recall, but he's already made quite an impression with some of his maps. A lot of the work he's put in is incredible. Stunning work, especially achieved in Gold Source. So let's talk about FY Dystopia. Architecturally the map is stunning. Some of the stuff that's been achieved in the Gold Source engine before now has been breathtaking, but this just takes it to a whole other level. The amount of detail is poured into not only the lower levels, but especially in the upper floors of the map. It's just unbelievable. The curved ceilings, the stained glass windows with the curved arches around the edge, just everything just lines up perfectly. Can't find a single fault with architecture as such. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. In light of this, the textures used are also perfect for the environment. The map is supposed to resemble a gothic theme, which I think has been achieved astonishingly well. I'm not sure if the textures were custom made by Gothic or if he's taken them from a pack somewhere, but he's put them to excellent use. You've got the sort of lava flows around the edges of the wall in the upper floor, which casts some light. You've got huge wooden doors in the top section as well. Lower sections got some wonderfully used darker textures. It's got some pillars down there, custom water texture, and it all just clicks together really nice. The one thing I would say is that the water texture does look a bit odd. Maybe it's a bit too light, but other than that, can't find any faults with texture work. Everything's lined up perfectly with the curved arches and such. The texture just fits in without a hitch. It's just absolutely stunning work. Lighting isn't too bad throughout the map. Like I say, you've got the lava flow textures which cast a sort of bright orangey yellow light in the upper floor, which looks really nice. Other lighting is made by crystal structures which stick out from the walls in some places. The one gripe I've got with this is that he's used a pink purple type crystal texture for the lighting, but the actual light being cast is sort of a greeny blue, and there is a crystal texture that matches that colour. So I'm not sure if it's something he's changed the texture while mapping, thinking it'd look better if the texture was this colour, and then forgotten to change the actual colour of the light that's cast. I'm not sure. Ambience is very good in the map. It's a welcome change from the maps that don't have any ambience at all. This one's actually got some custom sounds which are used. My only issue here is that a lot of them are too loud. You've got the lava flows making a rumbling noise, but then on the lower levels there's also a dripping water sound. Unfortunately, this is very, very loud, and you can actually hear the water dripping from the basement on the upper levels, which to me just ruins the effect a bit. It's a bit too much. There's only the two sounds used in the map as far as I recall. But the two are put to some good use. I like how the lava flow rumbles, but like I say, that water dripping sound, it's just too constant and too loud. The fact that you can hear it throughout the map just makes it annoying and makes you want to turn it down. With regards to gameplay, I imagine there'd be some pretty hectic close quarters battles in here. The map has essentially been made for the FY game mode in CS 1.6, which is the Fight Yard game mode, which as far as I'm aware is simply just a free-for-all deathmatch style gameplay. What I don't understand is why he's done it for Counter-Strike 1.6. To me, the environment would be suited to, well, ideally, the environment takes me back to think about games such as Unreal Tournament, Quake, the original Quake games, Painkiller even. But the fact that he's made it, I know he's probably only got experience mapping for the Gold Source engine, but the fact that he's chosen to go with Counter-Strike as the game of choice for this map just doesn't really work for me. As far as I'm concerned, the outlandish weapons that you receive in Half-Life Deathmatch would have been far more suited to the environment. Of course, that's my personal taste, so I imagine gameplays-wise, the upper level has got plenty of room to manoeuvre, so you could have some long-range sniper battles maybe, with assault rifles, submachine guns and such. You've also got the close quarters areas in the basement area. There are alcoves which look out over the lower area and the spiral staircase, so that you can pick off people as they try and make their way up to the top level or down to the lower level. So gameplay could be quite frantic. Overall, the map is astonishingly detailed, and I imagine gameplay would be fairly hectic and quite a lot of fun to play with 2 to 3 people, maybe even more. But at the end of the day, I just cannot understand why Counter-Strike 1.6 has been the game of choice for this map.